Hello, and a warm welcome to Flowing with Angels. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading, guided and inspired by Archangel Ambriel, the Archangel who rules over the month of May. Archangel Ambriel's intention is to highlight our talents, our gifts, and our strengths, making us aware of our true nature and our unique energy. She also teaches us that other people are mirrors of our own inner world, and she helps us to reach a healthy balance and exchange of give and take in our relationships through an open and flowing heart chakra, which is what this reading is all about. We are going to look at the most important energies as the month of May unfolds, for those of you in the collective who feel drawn to this reading. Let's take a look at the cards, the runes, and the ruling astrological energy. So in the upper right corner we see the beautiful Ingwas rune combined with the Kenas rune, which are like the seed of potential and the energy and warmth needed to grow this seed into tangible outcomes. The Ingwas rune represents growth and fertility after a period of the necessary gestation and preparation. It invites us to focus our energy on new life and new beginnings, allowing things to unfold naturally and patiently. The Kenas rune adds warmth, wisdom, and enlightenment to this process, assisting with healing and purifying energies to allow that spark of inspiration to turn into a sprouting seedling. So something is brewing underneath the surface, ready to break through and to be brought to light and into a manifested form these coming weeks. And the area in which this will happen is likely to be the area of long-term commitments, relationships, partnerships, or whatever area you would like to invest in. Maybe even a creative project, your work, or your home life. We have the energy of Saturn in the 7th house present in the reading. And the 7th house is the house of partnerships and commitments. It is all about how we relate to others and how we balance our needs with those of others. With Saturn in the 7th house, we are looking at a mature approach in this area. We are careful and observant to what is happening in this field of relationships. It also shows that we have learned certain lessons and that we have overcome the necessary karma in our lives. That we are now more prepared than ever to make the right decisions and to show up with the right energy and vibration. Saturn brings a seriousness and a sense of responsibility to the occasion. It is not fleeting or inconsistent, but rather well prepared and structured. So this reliability that we have cultivated within ourselves is what we wish to see reflected in our relationships and commitments of any kind as well. We are making the decision in May to not let this beautiful new seed, this beautiful new energy with the Ingwas and Kenas rune go to waste. We are choosing to put in the energy, to do the healing work, to undergo the purifying processes and to nurture ourselves and this partnership the best we can. So Archangel Ambriel has guided me to draw these 3 oracle cards for us, through which she brings us her loving encouragement, her wisdom, and further inspiration. The first card is the card of Mama Cacao and Rhodonite, called Heart Opening, with the keywords heightened sensitivity, unifying, and high on love. So on this card we see the cacao beans that are ready to be processed before they turn into the lovely chocolate products that we can enjoy. Chocolate is of course known for its soothing and warming, mood-enhancing qualities, as it stimulates the production of endorphins in our bodies. There are also cacao rituals that are meant to strengthen our physical bodies and to nurture our earthly roots, from which we can create more stability in our lives and relationships. So cacao connects to self-care and allowing a state of self-love to grow from within, which makes it much more easy to open our heart to the world around us, because we feel grounded and safe within ourselves. The beautiful pink rhodonite crystal is known as the rescue stone, as it supports us in healing emotional trauma around heartache and disappointments. Its loving and compassionate energy guides us in releasing these painful emotions from our heart, making space for something better. But besides its soothing qualities, rhodonite also empowers us at the same time. It provides us with a backbone of confidence, so to speak. A backbone that we need to take grounded action steps forward, which is exactly what we need with what we saw earlier in the reading about not letting this new seed and energy go to waste. Rhodonite helps us to bring harmony and clarity in the field of relationships as well. So when we go back to the energy of the runes, representing this beautiful new seed and the warm, passionate spark of inspiration, there might still be some old patterns and reactions surfacing to face and to handle with Saturn in the mix. Because Saturn is like the teacher who wants us to get it right without cutting corners or hidden truths. All must come out to be able to engage and commit in a solid and responsible and stable way. The energy of cacao will help soothe our anxiety, and the energy of rhodonite will help us to see through our emotional projections, like a fear of failure or a fear of rejection. We are preparing our heart space to be able to fully receive the manifestation of the seed in all its fullness and abundance. Archangel Ambriel is now showing me a vision of a house filled with clutter and unwanted stuff that we are encouraged to clear out in order to fill it with the things that nurture and support us. Things that are pleasing to our eyes, things that represent beauty and well-being, and that serve our highest good. These things are not only connected to our material surroundings and needs, but they also connect to our habits and thought patterns as well. Archangel Ambriel says that most of the clutter in the home is not ours to begin with. We inherited most of it, or others placed it in our home without us realizing it. We must reclaim the home that is our heart and make it ours again, which is what the second card points to. The second card is the card of the self, with two lovely pink roses on it. One of the roses is still a bit closed up, and the other one is in full bloom, which is a metaphor for the process we are talking about in this reading. Our heart is meant to blossom open like a rose in full bloom. The self is the archetype that speaks of the balance between consciousness and unconsciousness, our higher self and the ego. It is all about knowing who we truly are and what limiting beliefs are still hindering us, which requires awareness and presence. So the self is connected to the energy of Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, the I am energy, while the seventh astrological house is its descendant, connected to Libra, which is all about how we show up in partnerships, the I balance energy. And as Archangel Ambriel brought to our attention that others are mirrors of our inner world, it is crucial that we take a closer look at the energy of the archetype of the self and how it affects our relationships, in particular where we are generously sharing ourselves and where we hold back out of fear or other restrictive beliefs. There is an opportunity for us to investigate the archetype of the self, of wholeness and order within ourselves, so we can show up grounded and balanced in our relationships as well. If we are able to raise our vibration, we bring this higher energy into our partnerships with others. But we must be willing to take the time for this individuation process, as Jung called it. When I ask Archangel Ambriel to show me a vision to illustrate the energy of the self card, she brings the image of a spider in a web to my mind's eye. We are all creative weavers of our own web, which represents our actions and thought patterns. And when we weave our webs with deliberate intention and patience, it is balanced and it is purposeful. It is not messy or easily destroyed. The threads are all connected, making it strong, resilient, like a grounded, stable foundation. And lastly, we close off the reading with the card of stillness. Be calm and quiet, it says. This card brings me back to the runes, the Ingwas rune indicating that period of gestation in the warmth and wisdom of the energy of the Kenas rune. In our hectic and fast-paced worlds, in which we often take forced actions and are held tight to schedules and deadlines, it is easy to forget that the sprouting of a seed needs time, patience, and nurturing. It is not so much about doing something, but about providing the right energy and frequency of being to let everything grow and unfold naturally and at the right divine timing. The card of stillness is an invitation to step back from time to time, to regain that newer and higher outlook with the owl, and a serene presence with the white dove on the card. The little robin whispers the guidance from Source into our ears, which we can only receive in the quietude of our heart and mind. It encourages us to trust and to have faith. So when I ask Archangel Ambriel to illustrate this card a little bit further, she is showing me a snowman built by children from freshly fallen snow, just like we can see on the card. Joy, pleasure, and creativity arise from this stillness during the transformation and purification process as represented by the snow. As a snowman melts again with warmer weather, it transforms into life-giving water again. So this points to the fact that all creations are of a fleeting nature, and we are asked to flow with this realization and not to rigidly hold on to certain outcomes or structures. Like the spider web softly moves in the wind without breaking, so are we encouraged by Archangel Ambriel to be light of heart, yet strong and steady, wise and responsible, yet playful and joyous. If we can balance these opposite energies within ourselves, we are also able to balance them more easily within the framework of our relationships. So to conclude this reading, we have one last message from Archangel Ambriel, and that is that she is the warmth and support necessary to help grow the seed, and that she is there for us every step of the way. Even if we are sometimes in the dark or in the cold, like the seeds in the dark earth, not knowing what is coming next, She is there with us. Archangel Ambriel embodies this combination of warmth and nurturing qualities, as well as the strength that is needed at this time for those of us in the collective who resonate with this reading. We are protected and we are safe, and we have what it takes to grow the seeds of new beginnings. But we must remember the natural order of things, the patience, the unfolding at the right time, and the need for rest and stillness. I would like to thank Archangel Ambriel for her inspiring words and her energy and guidance for us. And I would like to thank all of you for being here with me. I'm sending you lots of love and light and many blessings. Until next time, namaste.